Okay. In a power electronics lab, these are all the list of experiments we are going to conduct. Today, we will discuss about the first experiment, that is static characteristic of SCR. First one, static characteristic of SCR. In this, first we will learn what do you mean by a SCR. SCR is called as a silicon controlled rectifier. Next, why the name is given as SCR. Here, a silicon controlled rectifier or semiconductor controlled rectifier is a full 4-layer solid state current controlling device. What is the meaning? The SCR is a silicon controlled or semiconductor controlled rectifier, and it is having 4-layer solid state. We are controlling the current current controlling device. That is what the SCR. Next, this is the symbol for the SCR, where it is consisting of a diode, but it is having the construction. Observe here, one more gate is given, anode, and also have a cathode. This is another one more symbol. Just shown here the what do you mean by anode? It's of a positive. Gate is also a positive, and cathode is of a negative terminal. And in general, the SCR will be like a flat pack or else a stud type. Okay. In this, a flat type, if you are going to use this terminal is called as a cathode. Middle one will be the anode, and the last terminal is of a cathode. But when you are going to for stud type, here the this one is called as a anode. This is gate, and this is also a cathode. This is the symbol for SCR. Next, before we go with how SCR is going for, a basic information about how PN junction will be forward biased and reverse biased. When here in P means it will be having the number of holes, in N means the number of electrons. Okay. When it is to be forward biased means when I connect P terminal to a positive of the battery and N terminal to a negative of the battery, then I call this as a forward biased condition of a PN junction. If I reversed for P, if I connected for the negative terminal of a battery, and for N, if I connect for positive terminal of a battery, then it is in a reversed condition. Based on this, when it is forward conduction, a current is going to be flowing. When it is uh, reverse bias means there is no current will be flowing through the PN junction. This is your basics you will be learning in your previous classes. Okay. Based on this, we are going for the what is the symbol actually we are going to use in the SCR. We told it's of a 4 layers. Here the symbol is of. It is having PN, NP, and PN junctions. There are 4 layers means P, N, P, N layers are going to be formed in the SCR. And uppermost is of a anode, lower is of the cathode. In between, it is of a gate. Okay, here the junction in between P and N we call as a J1, and junction between N and P we call as a J2, and junction between P and N we call as a J3. This is what the symbol of a SCR. This is a symbol, but within this there are 4 layers. Then why the name the SCR is given for this? Here it is given. In many ways, the silicon control rectifier, that is SCR, or we call this as a thyristor. Instead of telling as a SCR, we can tell the name as thyristor also, as it is more commonly known. Is similar in construction to the transistor. For that reason, we tell this as a name as a thyristor. It is a multi-layer semiconductor device, hence the silicon part of its name. Means the what is the construction we are going for the SCR? It is nothing but a transistor construction. Based on this transistor construction, we call the name as a thyristor. In nowadays, we will be telling the SCR as a thyristor also. Okay, that's why the name we can call SCR as thyristor also. Why it is used? Okay, SCR are mainly used in electronic devices that require control of high voltage and power. The SCR is going to be used in electronic devices due to the high voltage and power controlling application, and this makes them applicable in medium and high AC power operation, because it is going to be converted to AC power in medium or and also for the high. We told power electronics where we convert for a huge power to a required uh, parameters where it is applicable for the user end. For that reason, based on that, in that cases we will be using of a SCR. AC power operation such as a motor control function. This is one example where we can use the SCR. An SCR conducts when gate pulse is applied to it, just like a diode. When a gate pulse is applied, our SCR is going to be conducting. How it is going for, we will be seeing in the next session. What is the operation of a SCR? The silicon control rectifier start conducting when it is forward bias, like a diode only, like a PN junction only. When it is forward bias, it start conducting. For this purpose, the cathode is kept at negative and anode at the positive. Okay. When positive clock pulse is applied at the gate, the SCR turns on. When gate pulse is applied, then only SCR is going to be turning on. How it is going for? Just observe here. This is your PN junction. This is we told it's of a basic structure. But when I split this our structure here, observe here, PNP and NPN transistors. Yes, we learned how a PNP and NPN is going to work. These two transistors combined and it's taken as an SCR, that is PN junction. Okay, here the gate is going to be applied. Observe here, gate is applied for the P and P, same term. Okay, the same construction in terms of your circuit. That is, two transistor circuit is nothing but our SCR. This is the construction. The two transistors are combined and we are it's given as in SCR. Okay, then what is the VA characteristic? Here we are going to know how a voltage and current is going to be varying in the SCR. Okay, voltage drop at this point suddenly, as shown by the dotted lines here in the construction. The dotted lines is indicating suddenly, as shown by voltage drops. Where it is going to occur, it's shown in a dotted line. If proper gate current is made to flow, then SCR can close at smaller supply voltage. We'll learn how it is going for. This is your VA characteristic, where here we are going to learn how a voltage and current is depending. Okay, here anode voltage, that is minus VA to plus VA, to the anode current. This is a anode current. We are drawing the graph. Observe here, this hole for the forward conduction. Okay, in forward conduction, as voltage, anode voltage is increasing. Okay, as anode voltage is increasing, based on the gate, based on the gate current, based on the gate current, here it is given different currents, IG2, IG1 and IG also. Based on the IG current means from the gate what we are going to apply. Based on this, startingly it will be not be conducting directly. After the threshold voltage, after the threshold voltage, that is here taken as a breakover voltage. After the breakover voltage, our gate current is going to be 0. When gate current is going to be, it starts automatically conducting. It's going to change from this non-conducting to the conducting. Suddenly it will be triggering. We call the name as a triggering, and it will start conducting. This is how a forward conduction means on state is going for. When a diode is going to be working, when you tell the diode is going to conduct after 0.7 volts we have to apply minimum voltage, then it will start conducting, right? Here also the same, minimum voltage we have to apply. Based on minimum voltage, after that it will start conducting. That minimum voltage what we have to give to turn on the SCR, we call that name as a latching current, a minimum current, so that our SCR start conducting independent from the gate supply. Okay, that's what the latching current. What is the holding current? After not applying the gate current, gate supply, even though our SCR is going to be conducting, the current what it is going to flow for the conduction of SCR, we call the time, or is the current, we call that as a holding current. At what time the SCR is can conduct, means holding the current even though the gate is not applied. That is what you are holding current. Next, in the reverse breakover voltage. Here it is going to be a reverse blocking. Okay, means it's not going to conduct there. It will be blocking there only. Reverse leakage current. This is what we call reverse voltage current. When it is going to be reversing, means when you conduct supply, what will be giving in a reverse way. Means for the anode negative, for the cathode positive. If you reverse there, it will be giving the reverse blocking. That's what the reverse blocking. This is your minimum voltage, that is forward leakage current. Minimum starting, it will not conduct as drastically. It will take time. A minimum voltage or current it has to apply for the SCR, then it will start conducting. That's what a dotted lines here it is shown. This is the line is for the forward blocking starting. After forward blocking also, if it is cutting the forward blocking path, then it will start conducting. Means we are applying the gate current there for that reason. Okay, this is the VI characteristic. Next, which are the operation we are going for in the SCR? There are three modes of operation. The first one is of forward blocking, reverse blocking, and forward conducting. First one, what is the forward blocking? We are telling forward, giving a forward junction will be there, forward connection is there, but still it's a blocking. How it is possible? Because just observe here. Here is of PN, again NP, and again PN, right? Forward blocking means we are going to apply for the anode positive, for the cathode a negative. Here are holes, I represent like this. Here is N is having the number of electrons, again P is the hole and N is the electrons. When anode is connected to the positive terminal and cathode is connected to the negative terminal, it is in a forward connection, right? Yes. When it is forward connection, if it is only PN means it will be start conducting. But here observe here is a PN. At the junction 1, it will be in a forward path. At the junction J3, again here it is a forward path. Yes, both are J1 and J3 in a forward path, but the condition here is N and P. Yes, it's a not in a forward conduction, it is in a reverse conduction, what we applied, right? J2 is in a reverse, J1 and J3 in a forward conduction. Due to the J2 junction, a block is going to occur to flow the number of electrons within the SCR. It's not possible to flow the current in the circuit. And one more thing, remember, we didn't apply the gate here. In this condition, we're not going to apply the gate. That's why we are telling the name as forward, even though connection supply what we given is it is in a forward way, but it's going to be blocked due to the junction J2. Okay, this is what here it is written. Just we go through what is the theory is there. In this state or mode, the forward current conduction is blocked. I told it is going to be blocked. The upper diode and the lower diode. Upper diode means this PN and this PN are forward biased, and the junction in the center, that is NP, junction J2 is in the center, is reverse biased. Yes, yes, it is a reverse biased. Thus, the thyristor does not turn on as the gate is not fired. Means we not applied the gate, not fired, and no current flows through it, and current is not going to be flowing. For that reason, we call the term as forward blocking. The next one is of reverse blocking. What is mean by reverse blocking? Instead of forward conduction, we will check whether if I give the in a reverse way the supply, means at the anode I will give in the negative terminal of a battery, at the cathode a positive terminal. Here negative terminals means Pn means the holes will be attracted towards the electrons. Yes, here number of electrons are attracted towards the positive of the battery. Yes, here it is a reverse. Again here it is a reverse. That is Pn and Pn are reversed, but J2 is in a forward conduction. Understand here? Opposite of the reverse blocking, forward blocking, right? J1 is in a reverse. Again J3 is in a reverse, but the J2 is in a forward conduction. NP, yes, NP means it's in a reverse. If I give N to negative terminal and P to the positive terminal, right? Reverse conduction we are going to give from the battery supply. And observe here, we didn't apply the gate. For that reason, the current will not flow again in this path. In this mode, the connection of the anode and cathode are reversed and still no current flows through it. Thyristors can conduct current only in one direction and it blocks in the reverse direction. Only in one direction it is possible, but when from NP it will can, but when it's coming for the N terminal here, again reverse. It's not going to flow there. Reverse direction, and so the flow of current is blocked. That's what the we call the name as reverse blocking. Okay. Next, we go for the forward conduction. Means here we are going to apply for the anode a positive of the battery terminal and for the cathode negative of the battery terminal, and we are going to trigger or else we are going to give the supply from the gate to the P junction. We are applying for the anode, cathode, and also firing from the gate also. Means here a positive will be there, here will be negative will be there from the terminals of the battery. Then the number of holes are attracted towards the electrons of N. Then again from the gate also it is applied. Again the electrons will attract towards the holes. Again here also N is there. Number of electrons will attract towards the holes, and all the junctions will be conducting in this forward conduction. Okay, J1, J2 and J3 all are in a forward path. Then only our SCR starts conducting. That's what the forward conducting. Observe here, when current is applied to the gate, when current is applied, we are telling as a firing, we can call as a we are giving the supply from the gate is, we can give any names there. Gate, the thyristor is triggered and it will start conducting. When gate is applied, it will start triggering and it starts conducting. This stays on until the forward current drops below the threshold value. Forward current, from this it has to pass junction 1, 2, 3, right? Based on this, forward current drops below the threshold value, and that can be achieved by switching off the circuit. Means after giving the gate a triggering, then we can switch off our gate, then a current will start conducting in the SCR. That is what the forward conduction. We can switch off the gate. Once you triggered means fired means that will be enough. Then it will start automatically, the junction will start conducting. Okay, that is what the forward conducting. Next, in this the main two currents, that is latching current and holding current. What do you mean by a latching current? Latching current of forward biased SCR is the minimum current. Observe here, minimum current which anode current must attain to continue to remain in forward conduction. Anode current must attain to continue to remain in forward conduction mode even when gate current is removed. What is the latching current we are telling? When the minimum current we have to apply from the gate to the junction so that it will start conducting. Even though when I stopped giving the gate terminal, it will start conducting even when gate current is removed. It will start conducting. That's what the minimum current we have to apply for the SCR so that our SCR starts conducting. That minimum current we call as a latching current. What do you mean by holding current? Holding current of SCR is that minimum value of current below which anode current must fall to come in off state. Means SCR is going to be coming for the off condition, switching off itself. Okay, that's what the holding current. At what current the SCR is going to be holding the current and then it is going to be switching off. Okay, that's what the holding current. Here the figure is showing to you. First we are going to give the gate drive to the gate pulse. Okay, minimum pulse, starting pulse will be giving. Okay, it will at the 0 it will not start. After some time it will start conducting. Observe here the arrow, here it is shown, right? Minimum current it has to take so that our SCR start conducting. That's what the latching current point. Minimum we have to apply up to this, then it will start conducting. Principle of current through thyristor. Minimum current we have to apply, then it will start conducting. It will be in the conducting mode even though we remove the gate. Observe here. Then after some interval, okay, automatically the current what it is flowing, it will drop down to 0. Okay, it will drop down to 0. That to drop down from the current values to the some current value to the 0, it automatically drop will occur. Okay, that current we call as a holding current point. It is what we call as a holding current point. This 0 crossing we call as a 0 crossing point. If forward conduction, it will be crossing to 0. Here again shown the same figure again one more time. Okay, observe here, it will be start conducting, but here it is a forward leakage current. Still it will CI will not conduct here. After breakover voltage, it will from gate we will trigger, from we are going to apply a gate, then automatically it starts conducting. The minimum current what we are going to apply from the gate, minimum current what you are going to apply is of the latching current. Okay, then it will start conducting of the SCR. Then at the time of the off state, after some interval, the current what it is going to be remaining current, it is remaining in the SCR till it is going to be switched off even though the gate terminal is removed. Okay, then at what current it is going to be switched off, at what particular time interval it's going to be switching off. We have to make one point there, that we call as a holding current, that is IH. This is your latching and holding current. What is the difference between latching and holding current? Holding current is associated with the turn off process of the SCR, whether in the latching current it is the turn on process. Minimum current to turn on, minimum current it is going to be turning off. That is your holding and latching current. Again, the definition of a holding is of thyristor can be turned off or returned from to the forward blocking. The on is going to be taken in the forward blocking. Okay, forward conduction to forward blocking. Forward blocking state only if the forward current falls below a low well level. Forward current, minimum current, below that current is going means it is going to be off there only. Low level current called the holding current. What do you mean by latching? It is the minimum value of the anode current which it must attain during turn on process to maintain conducting when gate pulse is removed. It will start conducting even then a gate pulse is removed. That's what the latching. The holding current is less than latching current. Holding current is the lesser than the latching current, and latching current is 2 to 3 times of the holding current. Holding current 2 to 3 times means it will be more. Latching current is more when compared to the holding current. These are all the differences. Next, what are the applications? We can go for the SCR. It can be used in the AC voltage stabilizers. Stabilizers means it's a SCRs and triac diodes we can use as a switches, right? For that reason, we can use in the AC voltage stabilizers and in the, as a switch and as a choppers where we can convert AC to AC and DC to DC, and also in terms of inverter AC to DC and DC to AC, and also in terms of a power controlling unit we can use of our SCR, and also in a DC circuit breakers. These are all some applications where we can use our SCR. Okay. Next, in experimental setup, how the circuit diagram it is shown. This is our circuit diagram for a SCR. Okay. Here, from a gate, that is VGK, gate to cathode voltage. Here we taken as RPS 1, that is 0 to 30 volts. Then we connecting a resistor of 560 ohms. Then an ammeter, digital ammeter, positive here and negative terminal here. And negative terminal of the ammeter it's given for the gate. Okay. This ammeter range is of 0 to 30 milliamps. Then our SCR is connection is done. Okay. Here is of anode. For the anode, it is connected for the resistor and also for the voltage, that is 0 to 6 volts of a positive terminal. It is voltage across anode to cathode. This is gate to cathode. Here it is anode to cathode. Then the resistor is connected for the ammeter of a negative terminal, 0 to 60 milliamps of the range. And positive terminal of the ammeter, it is connected for the, again, anode cathode voltage, that is 0 to 60 volts of a positive of the ammeter to the positive of the RPS 2. This we call as RPS 1 and this we call as a RPS 2. Then negative terminal of the VAK, it is connected for the voltage of this, and also it is connected for the cathode of the SCR, and then the whole it's connected to the negative of the VGK, that is RPS 1. This is what the construction circuit diagram for the SCR. Next we go, this is what the experimental kit we will be using in our college. Okay. In this kit we can perform SCR, triac and diac characteristics. We can find how a current is going to flow of the SCR and also for diac and also for the triac also. Okay, when it is for the combining of these, we can do the such experiments by using of this kit. We go with the ours. First one is of characteristic of SCR. Okay, based on the circuit, we will start conducting. What is the first connection? From VGK to the resistance to the ammeter to the gate, then anode to the resistance and voltage, then ammeter voltage. Next, we will come across how connections are done. Okay, the first connection from, this is your VGK. Okay, this is your SCR. This is anode terminal, gate terminal, cathode terminal. This is your minimum resistance. What you have to take? This will be your 560, and this will be, what is the value? 2.2 K ohm. Okay, these two are the resistance, and this is your VAK, another terminal. Okay, from the supply, from positive of the RPS 1 to the resistance, from resistance another terminal to the gate current, yes, negative to the gate, then again from positive of the ammeter, then negative terminal of the ammeter, this is the ammeter, is given for the gate of the SCR, then from anode, this terminal is the anode to the resistance, that is 2.2 kilo ohms, okay, then another terminal of the resistance, again one more connection we have to do here, that is from this we connected to the resistance, from anode to the resistance, then from again from the resistance we can connect to the voltage. That's what here it is shown. First connection we done, yes, from supply to the resistance, then from resistance to the current, then from ammeter to the gate, from anode to the resistance, again from voltage in middle voltage, okay, that voltage is connected to the resistance, then another terminal of the resistance, it's given for the anode current of the negative, ammeter of the negative, then the positive of the ammeter, it is given for the RPS to or else VAK, that is to the positive terminal, then from negative terminal to the negative of the voltage, and the last connection is from negative terminal to the cathode of the SCR, then from cathode to the last connection is for the negative of the RPS 1. This is how you have to do the connections by using the patch cards in the lab. Okay, this is how the circuit diagram you have to connect. Then by using this link you can go through how a experimental setup and how to perform the SCR characteristics, how to find the current and voltage, you can go through by using this link. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll go for the next in the next sessions.